you. If you want to be happy for the rest of your life, never make a pretty woman your wife. So from my personal point of view,
It makes us happy being here talking to you on a Saturday morning or afternoon, depending on where you are. Welcome, everybody. Your questions, your money, your business here on the Fox Business Network. Art Maruyama is staying with us for this whole hour. He is the founder of Blue Wick Candles. I know you know those candles. I know you smelled them, Art. We're excited that you're here. He is joined by Bob Coleman. Bob is back with us, founder of the Coleman Report. It's a newsletter covering small business loans, SBA loans. Bob, it's great of you to be here as well. There, take a look at Bob's website. Also back with us, Don Rainey, a venture capitalist with Grotech Ventures. Don, nice to see you.
Thanks.
And Scott Gerber, a first-timer on this program, but a big howdy to you, Scott. Scott Gerber is the young entrepreneur columnist for Entrepreneur Magazine. We've read it. We love it. Thanks, everybody. You want to get to a question?
We got an email from April. She writes, my husband and I are currently saving to buy a self-storage business. We will have $40,000 saved in a year and a half. We're wondering how hard it will be to get a loan and what we can do now to prepare for a successful loan. Well, Don, you want to take this? I think a lot of it has to do, and I have to say that my family was in self-storage. A lot of this has to do with location. And it's an interesting business because you wouldn't realize how many people need a self-storage unit.
Yeah, you know, the funny thing is the question really comes down, in all likelihood, to how much money will people loan you? And people is typically a bank. And most people that go into a bank have only had retail experience, you know, personal experience, and not business experience. And the key thing about a business loan is that it's based on the 4C's. What's your cash flow, your ability to repay the loan? What's your credit like? Have you shown a history of repaying loans? What collateral is in place such that if the first two fail, the third one will repay the loan? And fourth, what is your character? Right. And character is if the first three fail, can they rely on the fourth one for you to step up to the loan? So I'd say the first thing, without knowing what $40,000 is as it compares to the amount of money you want to borrow, get to know some business banking.
Bob, is the money out there available for somebody who wants to start a self-storage business right now? What's the climate like?
Yeah, the money is out there. Unfortunately, we are still in a credit constraint situation. So what you would see in today's environment is that $40,000 will not go as far as it would have, say, 2 years ago. Great question, though. They're planning on what they want to do. There's two things that the emailer should pay attention to. Number one, I agree with Don on the 4C's. The other thing that bankers are looking for in startups, especially in today's environment, they really want to see some experience. They want to have that entrepreneur have some sort of background. The second thing that they need to be aware of is, I agree with Don, get to know your local business banker. Go to the location, find out where you want to do it, and get to know the banks in the area.
And read up on the self-storage business a little more. We don't, you know, depending on what part of the country you're in, there's been a lot of overbuilding in self-storage in recent years.
Yeah, there's been a lot,
particularly during the housing boom.
Right.
All right, you can take the next one, Tracy.
Because Jersey's in the house.